Mayor Todd, Gloria is here tonight to answer your questions after a pretty busy start to the new year. With this week, we saw frustrated customers protesting those high bills at SDG&E headquarters, and in January, we had all of that rain, so much storm damage, including a lot of those potholes that I'm still trying to avoid on the road. So we have a lot of ground to cover tonight. Mayor Gloria, welcome.
Always pleasure.
All right, let's start with those potholes. Just last night, I had to swerve and avoid two of them in the Kearney Mesa area. I think at one point in January, we reported you were getting 100 complaints a day through the Get It Done app, amounting to thousands. Where is the status right now, the progress the city crews have been able to make?
My first question is, did you report those potholes you saw?
I was just trying to avoid them.
No, I get it. You want to protect your car, and this is unacceptable. What I'll tell you is in the month of January, our crews filled over 14,000 potholes across the city. And I want to thank your viewers. They report those potholes to us using the Get It Done app. And then our crews, who I've ordered to be working 7 days a week, you may have saw them actually out in the middle of the night on Claremont Mesa Boulevard, on La Jolla Parkway, filling those major arterials. 14,000, but we know there's still more to come that need to be resolved. Typically, we're working on about 200 at any given time, so that gives you a magnitude of scale of just how devastating this storm was. Also, we are filing for reimbursement with our federal partners because as a part of a net local disaster declaration in order to hopefully recoup those dollars, save that money to fill even more potholes for San Diegans.
Are you actually addressing people's concerns when they've had damage to their vehicles?
Well, if it's the fault of the city, our risk management department takes those claims and we process them. It can often be that case. Sometimes it's not, but if folks feel that need, they're welcome to file a claim.
Okay, and then about how much of the, percentage-wise, do you know how far you are on that list of potholes?
Well, so I'm getting nearly daily updates on this because there's kind of my biggest bugaboo right now. I'm told that we think we can be through the backlog of storm-related complaints by the end of the week.
Oh, okay.
But I'm also very cognizant of we only know about what's been reported.
Right, I know.
So again, to your viewers, please do us a favor.
And to me, I didn't report those last
It's okay,
night.
I absolutely understand. I want you to get home safely, but do let us know. That's when we can get out there. We have crews working 7 days a week. We can get to those pretty fast.
Okay, so as a driver, just kind of take note of where you are, which direction you're heading, and then you can report it on the Get It Done app. I will say 14,000 potholes, possibly 14,000 complaints on the Get It Done app. Other problems are being reported on the Get It Done app as well. How are you navigating that? There is a huge backlog there too. How are you prioritizing which neighborhoods to go into first and which problems to address?
Well, different for different kinds of complaints, streetlights versus potholes versus graffiti. I do get a lot of complaints from San Diegans about the slow response for certain repairs, and that has nothing to do with the app. The app is sound, it works well. The problem is staffing. You know this, you've done plenty of stories about the Great Resignation and the trouble finding qualified workers. The city is no different. Marcella, in some of our positions, we have 1 in 5 positions vacant. I would tell you on streetlights, where a lot of reviewers report broken streetlights, they'll get a notice saying it may take a year to repair that streetlight. That's because we have 60,000 streetlights in the city of San Diego. We have less than 10 people actually working to repair them, and we have about 6,000 that are currently out. We have a backlog that's significant. I'm working on some interim solutions, but right now what we need are more people working for the city. So continue to report through the app, but please be patient with us as we work to try and fill those vacancies.
And you have job openings in the streetlight department specifically? I mean, 10 employees, that's a lot.
That's not a lot. I mean, for 60,000.
No, that's a lot for them to tackle, I meant.
Exactly.
It's a lot of ground for 10 people to cover.
It's for 10 people for 6,000 lights that are out right now, and every day a light goes out for some reason or another. So you understand why the backlog is what it is, and we have similar challenges with other requests, but the answer is not to give up on the app. Again, the app works well. What we're trying to do is provide better pay so people want to come work for us, better benefits, other kinds of incentives, and we're working to really recruit people. And I would say that for folks who are frustrated, if they have those skill sets and they want a good paying job with good job security, come work for the city of San Diego.
Employment opportunities.
Exactly.
All right, let's turn now to people being really frustrated about these sky-high utility bills. I know right now we're focused on natural gas. We're paying some of the highest in the country. And that reminds people, gee, a couple years ago we started San Diego Community Power. The mayor launched it, promised lower prices, more competitive pricing. But what do you want to clarify about that right now?
Yeah, well, I think an important nuance, as I've heard this from San Diegans, is that San Diego Community Power is about electricity, not natural gas. And so many of your viewers have been enrolled into San Diego Community Power, and they are enjoying lower rates than SDG&E. In fact, the San Diego Community Power Board met just recently, their most recent meeting, vote to cut rates by 3% again. So we are seeing savings for those who are choosing to be in San Diego Community Power, but as we've mentioned, natural gas prices are the driver of high bills for you, for me, for a lot of your viewers. And if you are a San Diego Community Power customer, that doesn't provide you relief for natural gas.
focus solely on electricity, renewable energy.
And so you continue to get natural gas from SDG&E, and again, the transmission lines, the poles and wires, that's still SDG&E. And when you look at your bill, you see that's the vast majority of the charges, right?
I know my natural gas bill was $450. I look back, and usually I'm paying about $80.
Yeah.
So I know the governor recently launched an initiative. He asked for an investigation. What are you doing to work with the governor and to get the CPUC to kind of come down hard on these utility companies?
Well, I'm very supportive of the governor's inquiry. I think that would be helpful to shed a light on this. I've met with SDG&E's executives to ask them these questions myself. I heard a number of explanations, but I think that's something an independent investigation could validate or invalidate. The other thing I want your viewers to know is that we will have an opportunity soon. The Public Utilities Commission will be looking at rates again, and I want to encourage San Diegans to weigh in. Some of those hearings will actually be here in San Diego, so that's an opportunity to go in person, but you can also participate virtually. Sign up for my office's newsletter. We will provide an explainer to San Diegans on how they can weigh in on energy rates in front of the people that have the decision-making power, which is the PUC, and know that the city of San Diego, we will be weighing in as well, because you pay a bill, I pay a bill, but the city of San Diego has an even larger natural gas and electricity bill.
That is true. All right, 45 seconds for this last question. Let's talk about trees. A lot of them came down during the storm. We know the city's busy cutting down ones that they think could be in danger of falling, but they also provide during the summer months a lot of shade for people. Is the city trying to replace the trees that are lost?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, it's critical in our climate action plan to have a robust urban tree canopy. We planted about 1,800 trees last year. That's to our inventory, about 50,000 trees that the city maintains. And we recently appropriated about $4.9 million for more tree installations across the city over the next 5 years. So suffice to say, yes, we lost some during the storms. We do have to take some down when there's a safety concern, but we are replenishing that by an order of magnitude much larger than what's coming out.
Okay, I feel like we were speed talking a little bit here.
Yeah, sorry about that.
A lot to go on here in the city. Thank you so much for joining us again this month. And we'll see you next month with more questions.
I look forward to it.
Thanks, Gloria.